Oh, let's see what we got going here. Let's turn the camera on to me. There we go. Hello. I have some royalty-free music playing. I'm going to see if that even translates well to being in the background. I'll let that play for a minute and I'll test back on the audio. I got my laptop set up over here. I think I can pull up the stream now. Copy the link. We'll do some grip stuff tonight. I did see actually it get posted. So I was supposed to actually have training today, but I was exhausted after work, and Nicole and I went to get pizza instead. All right, I'm going to turn on the volume on the TV. This is going to be terrible reverb for you all. So let me know how this sounds. Oh, that's awful. Okay. I'm going to turn that off. Oh, that's awful. Okay. I'm going to turn that off. Okay. I muted the TV. I'm just going to have one headphone in for music for me. I'll have to figure that out. I think I'm going to have to figure out OBS to be able to do piped in audio. I think live chat should be on here. Live chat. That should be enabled. Let's see. All right. I do see we have some viewers. The audio should be better now. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to do a little bit of blob work and maybe some grippers. I might, for fun, do the horse stall map. Maybe not. We'll see. Let's start with blobs. I don't know the best setup for this yet. I actually have the camera now on a tripod. That might work a little better. Where do I want to lift to? Probably just do extension. We'll start light with the 40. Okay. Looks like Andrew Haynes is in the chat. I got a text from him. No creatine in this juice. I do need to have my creatine for the day, Andrew. I'm bad about that. I love cranberry juice. It's the best. But, man, if he's in here, all my things you don't tell your coach are going to get told off. Oh. Okay, let me mess with the angle here. We'll pause the camera. We'll track. We'll go a little wide now here. Let's see. Backing up. Here's a real wide format for us. Okay. Oh, I have to deal with the fact that the camera's on auto fixate. Okay. Back to me. I'm gonna pull it down probably to here. Try that out. That's good framing. I like that. Oh, do we have Kurt in the chat? You can tell me what I'm doing wrong. Did you see grip, Kurt, and get excited? Do we do the orange crush challenge while I'm doing it? It's a little wet. $95 on the rep-ins. Nice. That's a lot better than what I got. On the chart, it's 70. My actual one without a video is 71. Micro loading with micro gains plates. I'm gonna try to get up to the 60 on the blobs. That's my PR, but it's not. I feel like I could do a tiny bit over 60, so I do try to. It's kind of like those people who go into the gym and just try to bench 225 every now and then, just to make sure they can still do it. I'm like that, but with the blob. All right, I'm gonna do another go with the 40. In another group, I got someone recommending a Stream Deck. I actually got a lot of feedback on the first live stream. And a lot of it were things I was already considering. The reality is, I kind of just want to get some proof of concept first that I can do this consistently, because about everything is going to be an investment of not a lot of money, just $20 or something like that, maybe 40 if I find something that I have to get new, because there's plenty of used stuff on the market for streaming. But I'm gonna have to learn how to use certain softwares. I would say I'm a relatively technically inclined person. Something about OBS software just loses me immediately. Okay, I appreciate you saying that, Kurt. That was exactly how I felt about it. It's definitely just like a language or any software. There's a lot of buttons to click. I bet since the last time I've used it, it's simplified. I mean, I haven't tried to do any streaming stuff since like 2020. So I bet in 5 years it's improved. Okay. Let's go to the 50. Probably gonna have to chop out. I do have a painted 50. Bring this for you to see. And so this is so much harder. The 60, I would argue, is easier, except for the hand. Like if you have a bigger hand, then the 60 is nothing. Yeah, it's crazy slick. I mean, I was repping out 40 and 50 is makes me think of Tommy's blobs or the blobs at Tommy's place. Not this recent Crew Falls, but the one before that. I mean, there's times where my hands are so shot that I can't do that. So that's good that I can still pick up the 50 pretty well cold. Whew. It's also cold. Kurt, anything on lifting or grip implements that are cold versus warm? Is there any meta to the temperature of what you lift for grip? I'm getting a text from my coach here. I'll do one more. We'll do one more on this. I'll do a quick walk around the gym. It's much cleaner than it was yesterday. Ooh, I've lost it. I should have just done the walk of the gym. Let me go to the left. Yeah, my left is my grip dominant hand. Ooh, broke around. Oh, I don't want to put on chalk yet. It might make me. Slick. Okay. So I do have here, Kurt. I'll ask you. I have, your favorite chalk that you keep in its own container. Here, we'll do what's completely unnecessary, and that's very much me as a home gym owner. Very unnecessary. Oh, I can get a better angle of this. Track me. There we go. Come down here. You're gonna be on a big delay. Okay. Pull this back. There we go. So I got a bunch of spider chalk. That was a Christmas gift. I got rogue chalk. And then I have probably the worst chalk I've ever used. Body Solid gym chalk. But I do have new to me is Chalkless. So let's try Chalkless out. How about that? Oh, I don't know if you know this. If you haven't used Chalkless, it's essentially a silicate that dries out your hands, just like a food container. This is the sprinkle side of things, and the other side is the dump, the pour side. So you just put on, it's very clear, you don't even see it. Barely any went on my hand there. You just rub that in. And you rub till your hands get awfully dried out. And that might be enough right there to do it. So let me pull the camera back onto me. Where you get angled. Keep it low. That should do it. Yeah, I saw you talking about it's like a base coat. So let's see if right goes now. And then right goes great. It's like an ad for them. Not a sponsor. Not an ad for chocolates. But it works. Works very well. We'll add some normal chalk. Oh yeah. What's a strong man without chalk? That's great. I like that. Okay, we'll go up to the 60. While I'm giving my hands a little bit of a break, I'll do a walk around of the gym. Camera back on me. I said back on me. Oh, it doesn't like my white hand. That's interesting. My hands are so white. The camera lost tracking. Okay, see you, Kurt. Appreciate you stopping by. Hope to see you later. If not, have a good night. We'll just do a walk around. Freak athlete. Dumbbells and grips and things. Strongman stuff. So we got sandbags, throw bags, keg of steel, loadable block. There's a loadable Atlas stone back here. Circus dumbbells, 10 and 12. Chains, decorations, power rack. Loads of J-cups and valve motion cable system, Pegasus pad. West Side Scout, reverse hyper, sled, belt squat, more barbells than any one gym needs. I got a new barbell coming, so this spot will be taken. The crappy barbell got regulated to the floor to make room for a new barbell. Brandon O'Doyle has that one right now. Rope for truck poles. This has become a bit of a mess right now. I need to reformat the layout for my top of my locker. And then the grip wall or different attachments. Absolutely flooded. Oh, will you keep following me? We got logs and stuff, benches. And will you keep following me? Let's see. Oh, lost me. Because I want to keep following me. And it only goes so far. Okay. Well, there's a 1 minute walk around of the gym. Oh, thanks, Andrew. Yeah, watching my gym on his big screen. I know. I want to play. If you're watching along, play some music to kind of chill out with this. I need to figure that part out myself. Okay. Let's go up to the 60. It gets so much larger at the 60, like profoundly. Man, I got loads of tips in here from Kurt that I did not see. He says, lock the inner side of your thumb on the edge of the blob just above the last knuckle. Lock the inner side of your thumb on the edge of the blob just above the last knuckle. Okay. I'm assuming what he means is I'm trying to cram it here. Let me get this back. Oh, I get the camera to pause. Oh, it did it. I don't know what allowed that to work, but it worked. So he's saying cram, where's the cheater line? On this one right here. He's saying to cram my thumb. Ooh, I do not like that. I bet he's right, though. That makes sense, because you're, like, tensioning it in. I can't get nearly as far down, though. Because if I'm going here, I have to, like, re-spread my hand. Whereas if I'm here, I can almost, like, palm it. But, I mean, it's not as tense. Then it's all really on my ring and my pinky finger. Maybe I don't get my thumb down as far. Maybe I don't need nearly as much as my thumb. Maybe it's about making more contact with your other fingers. Ooh. You know, you can't pick it up. What you just need is more chalk. Not an issue of strength, an issue of how much chalk you have. That will fix it. All right. Ooh, that's really close. Maybe if I tilt it. I'll give that a minute. That's tough. Heavy. Sometimes it's like really glued. Because you can still kind of see the 50. Just the distance I can get down with the 50 relative to the middle of the blob. Like that's so much more on the 50 than on the 60. Oh, let's paint it up. It's got to be that the blob isn't chopped enough. See, that's what's keeping me from getting strong. Blob is not chalked. That is the secret. You just more chalk. What are you doing? Why are we not just covering everything in more chalk? So that was the left. That's the hand I have. I've never done it with my right hand. Ooh, that feels close though. Ooh, I think I can get that. Let me rest for a minute. I think the right hand. Today will be the day. Oh, hey, Lucas. It shouldn't be your arms. It should be your hands that hurt. This really isn't too bad on the arms. I like to meet somebody that this is a challenging curl and not a challenging pick. That'd be something. Okay. All right. Let's try again. Did you say you worked out yesterday, Lucas? What did you have yesterday? I know you're on like a push-pull leg split or something like that. Oh, cool. Like squats and stuff, or leg press. Where are you at? Are you at Planet Fitness? Is there another local gym that you do? Stop camera. Maybe he doesn't like that it's my head. I do it here. Oh, it doesn't like any of that. The chalk really interferes with the motion tracking. Let's see. Yeah, squats, lunges. I've heard some Planet Fitness have more like a barbell setup. Is that true at the one you're at? feels so good in this hand, though. No right today. Right hand's not doing it. That's all right. Yeah, for sure. If you're getting back into it, just doing anything, just starting. I mean, like, don't do egregious things to get hurt, but I'm a bit of a believer of just get moving. And don't get overly concerned by much of anything aside from don't do anything egregious to get yourself hurt and move. Aside of that, just have a good time. Okay. The other thing I wanted to do, I was going to do the orange gripper. I wanted to do some normal grippers. Some closing. So let's see. Yeah, 30,000 steps is quite a bit. Yeah, I joke that I live a very active to sedentary life. So I'm going to move this over a little bit. And then pull this angle down. Okay. Pull the angle a little bit farther down. Oh, you get blocked by something if I rotate this. Okay, that's about as good as I can do. I have to keep here to be in frame. Okay. Kurt, I got the 60 on my left hand. I gave it I got it a couple times on my left hand. I missed it on each attempt on the right. I didn't quite get there. And now we're doing a 0.5 on Captain the Crush. I have a bit of a fish hand here, Kurt. My initial understanding on these, like there's like a set to them where like I can get it started with the other hand, like just getting my pinky on top. What's the ruling on that? Because I'm almost positive it's not just, oh, put this on that line, then I have to just grip it, because clearly I'm gonna have issues with that. You can set to then close. Okay. Then I'm going to do the best version of it, and if it's egregious, let me know. But for the most part, I'll say it's fine. I tried your tip on, and I think, oh god, a blob to dim on it. My understanding from you is you were saying this, like the inner part of my thumb, to cram it, and I can feel that really good on a lighter blob. The issue comes in when I don't really think I'm going to be able to demo this on a 60. Let me see if I can. I really struggle with getting that here and then how much I have left here. Because if I walk down, it reopens this flat. So that's been my issue with trying that. This is a 1 on Captain or Crush. I have no idea if that's in focus for you all. Yeah, I figured it's kind of like a hub where you're really contorting your thumb. I'm sure there's a degree of flexibility I just am working on, but I'll keep playing around with that. That seems like, I mean, I believe you. Ooh. Ooh, that was a long hold. I was trying to get the angle right on the camera. Left. I don't know if I got it. I couldn't see. What do you think, Kurt? I think I was off. I think I was just a hair short. And once I really brought it close to the camera, I think I was really short. But I think there was one moment it was actually kind of close. Yeah, that's fair. Here, I'll focus less on camera staging and just try to actually do it. No, that's not it. Okay. The only other one I have a 0.5. I have a 1. I have a 2. And I have a 3.5. I like to compare the 0.5 to the 3. They're comically different in that spring. This is just, oh gosh, it's like impossible. There's a lot of closing strength needed for the 3.5. Like, man, a lot. I like these too. I think these are called thumb grippers. I do have the little book for it. It's the I'm Tug. That's a fun name. Train your fingers 1 or 2 at a time. You're not holding it like a conventional grip. There's a handful of options. So you got pinching with your thumb, your index, and your middle. You hold it upside down for your ring and your pinky. Or it looks like you take your thumb out of the equation, you use the pad of your thumb and your index finger ring. There's a 4. So they say the easier. I am for Ironline Tug. I don't know what TG stands for. Yeah, let's see. I bet if I read longer, I'd find it, but I don't know. Probably is Iron Mine, but it says you can use your thumb as part of it to close. But they also say you can use just your thumb pad. Oof. Two-finger utility gripper. Man, they really wanted to make sure they kept an acronym that was kind of a word. And then the other way, Iron Mine is a bunch of nerds. Do you have a preferred gripper brand? I actually find this to be harder. I find it harder not to cheat. I really want to get my middle finger involved. Ah. Goodness. Yeah, that's not doing it for me. I'm doing it wrong? No, that's it. It's down low. So that's supposed to be medium difficulty. That just means, I guess, these part of my grip is weaker, which makes a lot of sense. I do hear these are very important parts of your overall grip strength, though. So here, I'll cheat a little bit. If you throw one more finger in, that is not hard at all. But okay, just a little bit of grip work with grippers. We'll do some other stuff now. Let's see if the tracking will work. You know, the reality is I really like grippers. Blobs, probably. Kurt, that'd probably be my goal. I really like to get the 70. I think that would be really good. I mean, it'd be really cool one day to get an 80. I think I'm fighting a reality that I have to really be training that to get that. I think that's a very challenging thing for me to be able to do. But an 80 would be really cool. But for now, 70 on the blob is kind of a general idea. Of course, I want general grip strength. I really need to be able to do things like heavy farmer holds. Something that uses a lot of grip strength is sandbags. Like that rip and that pick. I feel that a lot in my forearms after a sandbag day. So there's a handful of functional things that would greatly benefit from being better at. predominantly being whatever it takes to whip a sandbag off the floor. I know. What I don't like, I find a lot of the classic stuff I feel like I grew up with, like, of course it would help. Like, doing anything would be helpful for grip. Um, but, like, the roller like this, I know JD does something for that. You know, the classic wrist curls. A lot of it really seemed to focus on your forearms. And that stuff in reality is a little bit more programmable, like into a lift schedule. Dead hangs I like a lot. They suck, but they mostly suck because it just takes a minute to get like the work out of it. I find I'm not getting a ton of pain work till I'm like 60 seconds in. And I guess I could add weight onto my body to progressively overload it that way. But it's so much more like translating if I did things that involved that like static grip strength where you're just holding it for a long period of time. That endurance just seems like a bigger factor. Yeah, they're good for my back. I actually really like my shoulder doing singles. It's gonna lose me. Catch me back. That's like great stretch. Talk about just ripping at your grip. But I like the Hercules hold. I do have back here. Oh, you're not. You can kind of see them. They're like these Rogue Cannonball things. I don't really know what they're called. I do hangs off those. These are really hard though. I don't really feel like they. I don't know what they're working. They're just hard. Oh, those are cool. The grandfather clocks. I remember. I won't get them out, but like a year ago, maybe more. I was like, oh, this is a cool lift where you take a circus dumbbell and you pick it up by its inner weight horn. So if I were to take this one, it would be picking it up by the middle pin and pulling it up. And I thought that was really cool. I liked how it was already loaded to like a maximal weight, so I didn't have to do any setup. It was mostly just I'll go that a couple times and get a little bit of work out of it. For grandfather clocks, I feel like I mostly see them as reps. Is there ever like, or I guess not ever, is it commonly just reps with the grandfather clock? Well, a max in May. Do you have a max weight goal or anything? I feel like I keep seeing AMRAPs though. Not. I don't know. It's fine. I think I just don't like it now because that's all I see. $200. That is. So my dumbbell was 102. I know I've done that, but it was not easy. It's very hard. What's the diameter of those? Is it 2 inch or 2.5 or? I'm sure they have varying ones. But what's the standard typically? $1.92. Is I wonder if that is what some loading pins are, or whatever axles are. Oh, okay. Not all axles are made the same or made equal. My Titan one is for sure a bit thicker than the Black Widow one. Just a hair. Normal collars work on the Titan. You have to get axle collars for Black Widow. I'll do the Orange Crush. Okay. Let's freeze this where it's at. And I'll back this up a little bit. It's not like that. There we go. Oh, that didn't work. Pull the camera down, Tad. Alright. If you're new to the Orange Crush challenge. Oh, here, I'll get a prop for the internet. Props are fun. There we go. If you come to the Vienna Iron Club, we have these in my I-beam. The Orange Crush Challenge is the Fat Grip Extreme Orange Grip. The true challenge is on a Rep Pepin Fast Series dumbbell. However, to do that as a standard would be incredibly prohibitive and not fun. So the spirit is doing it on a grip that is relatively thick. I can't remember off the top of my head what the Rep Pepin handle is. Probably 32, 35 millimeters. It's thick. A barbell being 29 to 28.5 millimeters. So your like loadable dumbbell handles, it's probably going to be bigger than that. A lot of people submit their scores via a loadable dumbbell handle, which is completely fine. Please do. If you're going to make a submission, just submit with whatever you got. I think the smallest handles are some York round heads. So if you want the easier type of dumbbell, that would be it. But the only rule that's the major piece is there's a seam. No part of your fingers should touch the seam. You can grip it from this side, so your palm can touch it, but not gripping it to where like you're curling under it or anything like that. Part of the challenge of it doing all the rep is the diameter, or the width rather, of what the cradle does. This actually can go to your benefit and isn't against the rules, but it's against the spirit. You can just cram your hand into it. I gotta twist the grip so I'm not cheating, because again, the main rule is not touching that. But I really am just shoving my hand in there like a rock climber who is like pinching their hand in the stone. So I actually have my thumb off. That was basically just friction fit with my hand. I tend to not do that way, but about 35, Kurt. Yeah, they're thick. They're quite big. I like them. They're great. Let's see. It's 60. Ooh. Man, my right is a little. This doesn't feel too great. Let's go left. Yeah, I feel like the main component of a hand jam, Kurt, is the discomfort. That is the majority of what you're doing, is tolerance of the pain. I mean, that's a strength, though. Like, to be able to do that is a significant strength ability. What's any different than that than us doing the other lift? I don't know. It's all takes some bones, tendons, and muscles. Why not? Okay. I might try one more time with my right in 60, but I'm like feeling just something in here doesn't feel great. I'm not going to push that too much. I'll try that again. Oh, that would not be a good lift. I'm really gracious on these, on what's a good lift and what's not. You just got to get to the top. It doesn't have to be like a crazy lockout. You just got to show a degree of control, any degree of control at the top. And then you can drop it if you want. You don't need to rest it back down. That's good. Because the idea with these is really promoting max weight moved. Every chance for people to push that limit on what's max weight that can be moved. So, all right, 60 on both. We're going to cut 60 on the right hand, and say that's good for that. We'll go to 70 now. Okay. This will tie my leaderboard PR at 70 pounds, my all-time PR being 71. Let's see what we can do. Oh, I don't want to be the right. That's good. Ooh. When in doubt, add more chalk. Try that out. Man, I want to try right. So that's where it really peels out of my hand. And just to show you what I think I can do when it comes to just pinching it. Again, that was just hand shoved into the cradle. Yeah, it is that piece. I like that a lot about grip. I think that might be my favorite thing, is that at some point it just won't. And it's not like this giant, overly taxing fight you have to do. You just are humbled with. Oh, camera back on me. At some point, it just won't anymore. It will just stay on the floor. It just won't. Or you'll let go of it. It'll just fall out. The relative risk of anything getting hurt or a problem is quite minimal because it just will not move. All right, I gave that a go. I got the 60 on my left hand. No go on the right hand with the blobs. Crusher, grippers, I got the ones. On both, I believe. The 4 on the tug, the I am tug. A little bit dead hang just for a sec. Orange Crush Challenge. Cheater, 70 pounds. But it's against the spirit. However, that's a good lift. It's kind of why it's on these dumbbells, is that there's a factor to play in. And then I'll probably wrap it up there. I'm going to do a couple test things here when it comes to audio. So if you'd like to just hear what some test things look like, you can definitely hang out for a few minutes. What I'm testing is I have a lav mic, and I'm going to see if I can get that connected to be able to use that. And I might even try to see what the audio is like via my AirPods as opposed to the camera mic. So I'm going to go ahead and clean up, and I'm going to try that stuff out. But thank you everyone who came and hung out in the stream to chat. I'm having a lot of fun doing it. I would not have done RIP tonight if it wasn't for the knowledge that a person or two might come hang out with me. So thank you. You got me to do more work than I normally would have. And that was kind of the idea. There's a little bit more motivation. It's like going to the gym with your buddies. Appreciate it, Kurt. I hope your training goes well. I'll probably show you tomorrow. I actually do have a workout I need to do. So tomorrow will be circus dumbbell, I think is what Andrew has programmed for me. So I don't know what time. Once I get that figured out, I'll post it. And it'll just kind of be a drop-in stream. Next week, it'll be more regular. It'll be probably Monday, Tuesday, Thursday at 6:15 Eastern. 6:15, 6:30 Eastern. And then I don't know if I'll live on Friday or if I'll push it to Saturday. I really often move my Friday off to Saturday out of laziness. So I'm gonna do some audio testing. Okay, we might lose webcam. So that's the charger. I'm plugging that. Let's take that out. Actually, I do want that back. All right. Let me put both headphones in and I'll do some testing on audio. What did it sound like for everybody when I was way back here? That's a bit farther than normal, but and then I do have a problem with not talking to the camera, so I would talk into the corner. How'd that sound? Okay, that's not that bad. If I'm talking at the camera, a little bit more directly into it, how's that? Okay. Very good. Now, this next step is what might lose the video. It actually might lose the whole stream. Let's see what happens.